Hey guys, Gareth here, konnichiwa, and it's the cherry blossom season. Look at this, they're just beautiful. It's an amazing time to be in Japan. So today, thanks for watching. Today, if you've made it this far, then maybe you're planning to ride in Japan at some point and you're looking for information. Today's video is an FAQ about cycling in Japan. Without further ado, we're going to look at answering the questions that we commonly see on the forums about cycling in Japan. Question 1. What is the best season for cycling in Japan? Springtime is pretty special for cycling in Japan, but I'm still a big fan of autumn. We've made a video looking at the seasons and when best to explore Japan on a bike, so look there for more details. What is the best cycling route when cycling in Japan? The land of the rising sun is really a cyclist paradise. There are so many wonderful routes. To name a few, the Shinamami-Kaido is probably the route that gets the most attention when you search the best cycle routes in Japan. It's an amazing route. I think it's better if you use it as a gateway to explore and loop around Shikoku. Even better, add on a ferry trip to Wakayama and pick up the Kainawa cycle route and takes in Nara and Kyoto. From Kyoto, you've also got the option of riding around Lake Biwa, another national cycle route. And that's not even mentioning riding around the 5 lakes of Mount Fuji, cycling in Kyushu, riding around Hokkaido in the summer months. There's just so many fantastic cycle routes. But please let us know what you think. If you've cycled in Japan, make a comment below. Question 3. What are the laws regarding cycling in Japan? For anyone cycling in Japan, it can be quite confusing because there's a big disconnect between the law and the actual reality of cycling in Japan. Generally, the law is that you cycle on the left, and 90% of people will probably be cycling on the left, but there are places where you'll find people cycling on the right side of the road. The law also states do not cycle on the sidewalks. It's pretty common to find most of the population cycling on the sidewalks. Take care at crossings and intersections. The law generally protects pedestrians and cyclists, but many drivers do not give way. So do take extra care when crossing the road. It may not be what you're used to. At the time of filming, there's still information on the internet that says insurance is not compulsory when cycling in Japan. However, many prefectures have introduced this over the last few years. So it's probably best that you do have some form of insurance when you're cycling. Another law that's not necessarily enforced is that bikes require a bow, a light, and at least a reflector on the back. Occasionally the police do crack down on it and you do see people getting stopped, but do make sure if you're cycling in Japan, you do have the bow, the light, and the reflector. Also confusing is whether you need a helmet. I've heard from a civil servant in Osaka that the law requires people in Osaka to wear a helmet, but pretty much no one does. To be on the safe side, I recommend that you wear a helmet. Other laws regarding tandems and trailers vary from prefecture to prefecture, so do extra research if you're planning to take a trailer or ride a tandem in Japan. Next question. Can I take the bike on the train in Japan? If you're going to take the bike on the train, generally you're going to need a bag to put it in. We've covered this in another video, but at the time of filming, a few of the train companies are increasing the number of cycle-friendly services that they're offering. These are seasonal at the moment and definitely in a testing phase, but I will leave a link for the ones that we have knowledge of down below. Also, if you take the Shinkansen, you're going to need to make a reservation for the oversized space behind the seats. Should I book accommodation in advance? I completely get that it's nice to have the flexibility of being able to ride as far as you can and then just booking an accommodation on the fly. And for most part, this would probably be fine. But there are some weeks of the year that you do need to be careful of. The Golden Week holiday at the end of April, beginning of May is one to especially watch out for. Obon holiday also in August. Another holiday to watch out for is at the end of the year, from Christmas onwards until around the 4th of January. A lot of Japanese people head home to see their families, so the hotels can get very busy around this period. Also, if there's a festival on, then it's advised that you also book in advance then. So a question that we commonly get asked is how to ship a bike across Japan. There's a number of companies that deal with oversized luggage delivery. The 3 main ones, Kuroneko, company behind me, Sagawa and Seino. If you are sending a bike, you will need a box. One way to acquire a box is ask the local biker shops. It's a little bit hit and miss. Some will be very receptive and happily get rid of the boxes in front of their shops. Seino do offer a service to rent the box, so that's another option. If you like the content of today's video, then please hit the like button. If you do have any questions you'd like to ask, then please leave a comment below and we'll do our best to answer. And of course, it really helps the channel if you subscribe. We will be posting some more videos about these questions in a little bit more detail. So if you want to see them, hit the subscribe and the notification icons. Okay, thank you very much. Sayonara.